The first thing you want to do in cleaning the fridge is make sure that all magnets that aren't supposed to be on there are taken off. The only ones that should be left on are how to clean the oven and stovetop in the event of an emergency and you make the call. Anything else needs to be thrown away. Next, you can move on to wiping down the outside of the fridge. You want to make sure to use spray and wipe, and make sure to get the front, both sides, and then the top as well. People usually forget that. Next, you can move on to cleaning the inside of the fridge, where you want to make sure to pop out any of the shelves and get under here. And here as well, there'll be some food stuck to it, and the inside as well. Then you can pull out the drawers, and they'll usually be full of like crumbs from your fruits and veggies, so you can let some warm water and soap soak in those for a while, and then make sure to get the bottom too. Next, you can move on to pulling the shelf out. You just pull up and pull out. And then this will be full of some crumbs from throughout the year, and this as well. You could just wipe those out with a warm soapy rag. Then you can move on to the freezer, where you want to make sure to pop out both shelves as well. Same as the fridge, get the bottom and the inside of the shelf. And make sure to wipe out everything out of here, and make sure your ice cube trays are empty and there's no ice left in them. That should be the last step, and then you could just turn your freezer to the cold setting and the fridge to the number 2. So for the oven and stove, you're going to want to work your way from the top to the bottom again. So you can start off by spraying and wiping down this top part. There'll be a lot of grease and dust from throughout the year. And make sure to get any splatter from cooking off of this inside part here. Then you can move on to cleaning off this back area. Make sure you get any grease off. And those 2 parts should be good. Then you're going to move on to the oven cap, where you're going to pull out your burners. So you lift up and pull out, and they'll come right out of the top. And then pull out this drip pan. We'll take care of that later. Once all 4 are off, you can wipe it down. If there's a lot of things burnt onto there from throughout the year, you can use the Tough Duty, spray it and wipe it. Once that's completely clean, you can lift up. It should be supported by that, and then you can wipe off the inside part too. Next, you can move on to the inside of the oven, where you're going to want to make sure to take everything except the rack, and then this is where you can put your drip pans right into the oven. Do not use any chemicals on the oven, or they'll combust during the self-clean and your oven might explode. So close up your oven. Flip this latch here so it's locked, your door will not open, and then hit the self-clean button and the start. Then it'll take about 4 hours, so you're going to want to probably do this the day before you move out to make sure you have enough time. Once those 4 hours are done, let it cool for about 2 hours. Flip the latch open, open the oven, and everything will have been burnt off, so it'll be ashes at this point. So you can just take a damp cloth to your drip pans and your racks in the bottom oven. Make sure to get this front window too. Don't use any chemicals, remember, just water. And then make sure to clean off the outside part of your oven with just some spray and wipe. The final step is taking out this drawer. You should have swept and mopped under that when you were cleaning the kitchen. But make sure that you vacuum out any particles that are left in here, and then take a damp right to it. When cleaning the kitchen, you're going to want to start from the top and move your way down so that any dust settles on the ground. And the first thing you're going to want to start with is your cabinet. Wipe it out with a warm soapy rag to make sure that there's no crumbs left. If there's a lot of crumbs, you can vacuum them out. And then clean the outside of the cabinets to ensure that they're not sticky at all. Make sure you get this top cabinet over your refrigerator. A lot of people forget things in those. Then you can move on to cleaning your countertops. You can use spray and wipe or just a warm rag. Once that's finished, you can move on to the sink. You're going to want to use Tough Duty, spray it, and just wipe it down. It should look somewhat similar to this when you move out. Then you can move on to your dishwasher, where you're going to want to make sure that you take any of your belongings out. Wipe this top part off to make sure that there's no food left on top of there, and close it and run it one last time. Then you can move on to wiping down the baseboards. There'll be some dust collected from throughout the year, so just take a damp rag to them and wipe them off. You can move on to the final step then, which is sweeping and mopping your floor. You're going to want to make sure to pull your refrigerator out and get any old food that's left from underneath there. And underneath the oven as well, there'll be a lot of crumbs underneath there. Then you can sweep, mop, and sweep again, and your kitchen floor should be good.